It's time to talk about the bounty. This is my second part in my rambling about all the animatronics in the Scary Jump Scare Bear game and making mistakes along the way series. It's not necessary for you to watch the first part if you haven't already, but if you are interested, I'll put a link to the playlist that'll have all the videos in it. Which, side note, holy thank you so much for the support on all my videos so far. They have popped off way harder than I ever thought they would. So, thank you very much. Alright, one thing I missed in the first part that I should have been more clear on is the rules of these videos. Basically, there's a list of things that I won't be taking characters from. I'm not going to be talking about any characters from any fan games, even if they're part of the official Fanverse thing. Any books, movies, any of the weird spin-off games like Freddy in Space 2 and 3, any of the troll games, or characters that are specific to merch like, I don't know, Tie-Dye Springtrap. This is mostly because I'm not familiar with most of those outside of the movie, and I don't want to catch up on 20 books worth of stuff. Basically, I'm just going over the main series of games. Now, if you have watched the first part, you'll know that I missed out on a few characters from FNAF World. I didn't forget about them, but at the time I decided not to add them in, mostly because I wanted to get the video done in a reasonable time, and the real reason being that they didn't have a loading screen like Virtua Freddy does, so I didn't feel like they were worth it. That's my bad, a little bit of a judgment call there. Luckily, I've come to my senses and we'll talk about them here now. If you don't care about them and just want to see the Bonnies, I'll have a timestamp below that skips right to it. Also, epilepsy warning, which will come in very quick as I'm about to start talking about FNAF World. First character I missed is Ghost Freddy. Like Virtua Freddy from the first video, Ghost Freddy only shows up when using a move, which for him happens to be Haunting. When you use Haunting, you'll see him fly out from whoever used the ability and turn whatever enemy he touches into stone. So I probably should have opened up FNAF World and checked this before I wrote it into the video. As you can see, he clearly appears from the top right of the image, not coming from the person who used it. And then right after this, I wrote a bit about how it has a high chance of missing. I don't know where I got that from, because from my testing it clearly just does not miss. The next two I'm gonna mush together because there's not much to say about either of them. Here is Prototype and Bubba. Both are enemies that are found pretty late into the game. Prototype is a basic enemy that you can only find in Black Tomb Yard, although he does show up in a few frames for the enemies in the Glitched World. He's pretty much just an endoskeleton that has aspects of Freddy to him, kind of like Yendo in that sense. One cool fact about him is that it's hard to get a still frame of him because basically every frame of his animation is just drenched in motion blur. Also, here's his design from the Halloween Edition Troll game where he first appeared. Then, there's Bubba, who's a boss that you fight in the Pinwheel Funhouse. Once you get through the confusing and kind of absurd layout of the funhouse, Bubba blocks your way, guarding even more confusing pathways. After getting through the second part of the funhouse, it leads you outside to this button, as well as Bubba's weird brother Pork Patch. He's not that important right now though. Bubba is pretty much just a giant evil bear wind-up toy. He also has some Frankenstein qualities to him, with bolts in his jaw and feet, and a crank in his back showing that he's some sort of man-made creation. As for the fight, he doesn't really have any moves other than the basic attack and jump scare. If you have any form of shield, you're pretty much good. I would say this was a flaw, but it's FNAF World, it has no flaws. Finally, there's the one character I got asked the most about. Here is Red Bear. Playing off the name Fredbear, Red Bear is a part of the famous 3 enemies that are all found in the Pinwheel Funhouse, including Red Bear, obviously, Tangle, and a rabbit that I'm keeping purposefully vague because I'll be talking about them later. One thing I've noticed people miss about him is that he isn't just Shadow Freddy but red, as his eyes are also slightly tinted yellowish orange. Like with Prototype, Red Bear also first appeared in the Halloween Edition Troll game, with this sprite right here. They basically shared nothing in common aside from being a red bear. Also, honorable mentions to Bear Trap and Black Trap. They're bear traps which decidedly aren't bears, but they have ears and a nose so they are an animal. I'm just going to assume that they are bears so I can stick them in here. Okay, now it's time to talk about Bonnie. Well, almost. There is a specific game that I forgot to talk about in my last video. The Roblox game, Five Nights at Freddy's Survival Crew. I will not be talking about the Roblox game, Five Nights at Freddy's Survival Crew. Ugh, look at this guy. Here's our very first Bonnie the Bunny. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses on what animal he is. Bonnie is 1/3 of the Fazbear Band and comes in multiple different colors. This fact is an actual point of contention to some people. I am serious, this FNAF shit gets real. You might notice that compared to literally every other character, okay, not every character, but at least out of the main 4 animatronics, Bonnie doesn't have any eyebrows. He's been shaved clean. This isn't like a consistent thing about him that carries forward to all versions of Bonnie or anything, cause literally the next game has a Bonnie with eyebrows, so. You've probably heard of the story that Bonnie would give Scott nightmares while he was working on the game, and honestly, the lack of eyebrows probably helped with that. That could also be the reason why this image of Bonnie was added as a rare screen. In-game, he's one of the first characters you'll meet in the night. Once the time hits 2 AM and the phone call ends, he's free to roam around. He tends to stick around the left side of the pizzeria, where you can see him in the backstage with all the empty animatronic heads, or hiding in the closet. I'm not gonna make a joke about this. Also in Ultimate Custom Night, he and Foxy share the curtain in Pirate Cove. Again, I'll let you come to your own conclusions on this one. A pretty iconic part of his design is his famous red guitar, except just kidding, he doesn't have it anymore. I think due to some copyright issues with Bonnie's flying V-shaped guitar, it had to be changed and would be replaced with a way cooler guitar in future games. Like, this looks way better, I'm glad it was changed. The copyright problem seemed to have happened around 2018, so the PC version still has the old guitar, but any ports after that would have to be changed. Now, this might be some conspiracy theory but like, I was watching a video on the Switch port, and there's only really one place where Bonnie's guitar shows up in-game. Not counting the stage where you can't really see it. The only place it shows up is on the Celebrate poster, and like, did he just black out the body of the guitar? Cause that's funny as hell. Like, I'm not sure if it's just the Switch quality or whatever, but I'm fairly certain he just put the guitar in shadow. Okay, I just checked, and he absolutely blacked it out. Here's the screen that shows up when you beat Night 6 on PC, and here's the exact same screen on the Switch port of the game. He really just went in there with the brush tool to get rid of it. That's amazing. FNAF 2 really started innovating with the FNAF formula by making their characters gay. Toy Bonnie is the new and improved version of Bonnie. You see, I put it in quotes because FNAF 2 is a prequel. He's a bright, vibrant blue with green eyes instead of pink. The main improvement over FNAF 1 Bonnie, however, is obviously those eyebrows. He also has a tail, which, like, isn't very common for Bonnie. He moves around opposite to how Bonnie did in the first game. In FNAF 1, he would come at you through the left side of the building, whereas Toy Bonnie comes at you from the right. Once he gets into your office, you might notice that his eyes are actually smaller than normal. Yeah, in all the camera feeds, as well as when he's in the vent, Toy Bonnie's eyes are actually fairly large and then shrink when he gets into the office. I can only assume this was probably done because getting jump scared by this isn't as scary as getting jump scared by this. That is, if he has eyes at all, like in this rare screen you can get after dying. This quirk is mostly just a FNAF 2 thing, as it's pretty inconsistent in the other games. In Ultimate Custom Night, he only has the small eyes while he's tweaking out, and they grow back to large during his jump scare. Help Wanted just keeps his eyes small, and Special Delivery keeps them large. Speaking of Special Delivery, Toy Bonnie was one of the few characters to get his voice for the first time in Special Delivery.
Did you actually think you could hide from me?
You might have also noticed that Toy Bonnie has the same flying V-shaped guitar that FNAF 1 Bonnie has. His guitar was also changed in future ports of the game. Instead of painting it out like it was in FNAF 1, he was given a brand new guitar, and it's alright. It's basically the same as Bonnie's new guitar, but a toy version, and that's kinda why I don't like it. It looks cheap and awkward, which is totally the point for the character, but the old guitar has a level of swag to it that the new one just doesn't hit. Side note, I forgot about this entirely, even though it's the one that people probably know the most. There's actually this shot of him in Party Room 3 of him holding the guitar that would have been impossible to paint out. So for the updated ports, it's changed to this version, which has Toy Bonnie in a new pose without it. The next character is my personal favorite Withered animatronic, Withered Bonnie. If you haven't noticed, his main defining features are the loose wires hanging from where his left arm used to be, and his hand and foot are missing the fur surrounding it. Oh, yeah, and also the fact that his face is missing. Withered Bonnie in FNAF 2 is first seen sitting against the wall in Parts and Service. He stays like that until Night 3, when all the Parts and Service animatronics get up and start moving. He moves around the left side of the pizzeria, just like Bonnie from the first game and opposite to Toy Bonnie. Another difference between him and Toy Bonnie is that you can see Withered Bonnie walking down the middle hall as he tries to get into your office. Though this isn't the case for Help Wanted, where Toy Bonnie is animated showing up in the hall as well. Withered Bonnie has a weird quirk in most of his appearances, where he rarely changes from this pose that has him shifting his way over to his right side. You can see him standing like this in FNAF 2, Ultimate Custom Night, Help Wanted, and even the big thank you image that was on Scott Games. It's not like he's stuck in that pose either, as it would be weird to see him face down in the vents as he comes to get you. It would be especially weird to see him standing like that during something like a jump scare. Huh. That jump scare is from Ultimate Custom Night, which is also where Withered Bonnie got his voice for the first time. Also, because I have nowhere else to put this, his design in FNAF World is fairly accurate, except for that his endoskeleton skull still has the upper jaw, which his main design doesn't have. Here is the very famous RWQFSFASXC. That's not a bit, that's his real name, although you probably know him better as Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Bonnie is a recolor of Toy Bonnie with a few major and minor changes to him. Most obviously is that he's black and white, with textures that aren't affected by the light, making him look like an otherworldly creature. His eyes are also smaller than Toy Bonnie's, probably because the big white eyes would look kinda goofy. And last is that he actually has 2 extra teeth on the top of his jaw. My guess as to why he decided to add the teeth is that the buck teeth didn't look super ominous, so adding 2 more teeth gave it a more human and uncanny look to it. Finding Shadow Bonnie in FNAF 2 is all up to random chance, where if it hits, he'll spawn in your office. He doesn't have any animations, and will just stand there looking at you. If you look at him for too long, he'll actually crash your game this time, unlike Shadow Freddy, who I could have sworn did the same. Shadow Bonnie is also actually a playable character in both FNAF World and FNAF 3 surprisingly. On Night 5, a small figure of him will spawn on your desk, and clicking him will bring you to a new minigame. You play as Shadow Bonnie as you teleport between all the other good ending minigames, trying to give the final cake to this kid who's out of bounds. Now, even though I've been calling him Shadow Bonnie this whole time, his real name, shortened to RXQ, is the only thing he's ever actually called in the games, not Shadow Bonnie. Both Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie are fan names as far as I remember, but only Shadow Freddy's has become the canon name, while Shadow Bonnie stays as RXQ.
Look, the next day, right? The next day he looks a little green.
FNAF 3 definitely isn't my favorite game in the series, maybe my favorite lullaby, but I'd be lying if I said the game didn't have one pretty cool and well-known design. Springtrap is a rotting golden bunny animatronic. He's clearly got some age on him, considering he's not yellow anymore. His outer suit is also just covered in tears, letting you see right down to his flesh? So Springtrap isn't exactly what you'd call a normal animatronic, you know, he's not like other girls. He's what's called a Springlock suit. It's basically a normal animatronic, but from my understanding, the endoskeleton inside can be pulled back to the outside of the suit to let a performer use it as a mascot suit. I just said suit a lot. The performer would then be dancing around in this costume filled with metal parts that are only held back by these extremely sensitive spring locks. If you were to breathe on them too much, or if they were left out in the rain too long, stepping inside the suit or one quick jolt would violently snap all the parts back into place, leaving whoever's inside impaled, bleeding out and twitching. Now, imagine that, but the guy inside is purple. The person stuck inside the suit is the big bad for most of the series, William Afton. William's main feats include killing 5 kids, killing more kids, then dying. So, probably wouldn't invite him to my birthday party. There are some rare screens in the game that show William trying to peel off the head of the Spring Bonnie suit, where you can really get a good look at his face underneath. Transitioning to gameplay, Springtrap is the only character who can actually kill you in FNAF 3. All the other characters are there to disable your systems and give Springtrap a chance to attack. He can move to every camera on the map, usually followed by these zombie-like groans.
Zombies.
You can guide him around the building using the audio lure at your disposal. I don't know if this is 100% lore confirmed, but I've heard people say that the reason he is constantly wandering towards the sounds is because the Spring Bonnie suit was designed to go to the nearest room full of kids, not because William is stupid, and I think that idea is pretty dope. Springtrap's design is really sick, and while not the face of the series, still feels like the most iconic and recognizable design out of all the games. But what would he look like unwithered? Ooh. There are many official versions of an unwithered Springtrap design in the games. There's a few you can find if you look hard enough, but none of them are exactly accurate. If you're aiming for accuracy, you have to go outside of the games more or less. First is a cut model from Help Wanted of Spring Bonnie, which is kind of terrifying. I don't know how to articulate it, but there's something deeply unsettling and uncanny about this model. It also doesn't really line up with Help Wanted's Springtrap model, except for the fact that they both seem to spawn in this stupid ass pose. The one that I feel is most accurate to Springtrap is actually the yellow rabbit from the movie, which to me is the perfect Spring Bonnie. It's not like 1-to-1 pixel perfect accurate, but it doesn't really matter when it looks this good. It shares a lot of similarities with Help Wanted's model without being as terrifying. Also, a cardboard cutout of Springtrap appears in Help Wanted 2's Final Phaser Blast minigame, where you can, quote, hit Springtrap with balls to weaken his armor. There's nothing else to this, I just thought that was pretty funny. Bonnie. Make him scary. Best character in FNAF 4. Maybe scary isn't the right term for Nightmare Bonnie, maybe it's over-designed. I don't really care that much though, because as I said in the last video, the Nightmare designs really click with me. Especially Bonnie, who I'd say is probably my favorite of them. Overall, he has a couple of firsts for the Bonnie so far. I was gonna say that he was the first with 4 fingers, but I'd be lying, as that goes to Springtrap. Probably should have mentioned. What he definitely is though, is the first Bonnie with triple jointed ears, whereas all the others leading up to now were only double jointed. There actually aren't that many bunnies in this series that share this trait, so he's pretty unique for that. You'll also notice the inner part of his left eye is kind of broken and doesn't really move together with everything else. His pathing in-game echoes Bonnie from the first game, in that he attacks from the left side of the house. Whenever he's at your bedroom door, you have to peer out and listen for breathing. Shut the door immediately once you hear it, or you'll be in for a bad time. One thing that I always forget about Nightmare Bonnie is that he has whiskers, and it's probably because they got rid of them for his Help Wanted model. I don't know why they did that, it's kinda mean honestly, I'm sure he uses those. There's also a little parallel between him and Wither Bonnie, where they're both missing their right hand and left foot. The right hand is more obvious in the FNAF 4 version. I don't think it means anything, but it's a cute detail. Remember Nightmare Bonnie's triple jointed ears? Well, the next character is another of the few who have those, with Plushtrap. This little guy is essentially a plushie of Springtrap, which I guess having a plush of a serial killer might be someone's thing. I know that isn't actually why he exists, but to be honest I don't have time to go into the deep lore of Plushtrap right now. Plushtrap shows up in between nights in FNAF 4 with a little red light green light type minigame. He starts at the end of the hall sitting in his little chair, and with a limited amount of time, you have to freeze him with your flashlight while he's on the X. Keep your light on him and he won't move an inch. Don't look at him at all and it'll jump scare you leading on to the next night. If you do manage to catch him on the X, it'll start at 2 AM the next night instead of 12. Plushtrap doesn't appear in the Halloween edition of the game, instead getting replaced by ew, get that away. The f was that? Well, I guess speaking of the Halloween update, and not speaking of that thing, FNAF 4 is the first FNAF game to have any DLC added to it. The Halloween update added a few new Nightmare characters to the game, including 2 Jack-O-Lantern style animatronics, Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica. Man, this would have been perfect if I got this done for Halloween. Jacko Bonnie's model is physically slightly different from Nightmare Bonnie's, as he's missing his nose, endoskeleton head, and the big piece of metal in the front of his chest. He's also very bright orange if that wasn't obvious. In FNAF 4, they don't really have any notable gameplay differences at all. You'd have to go to some of the later games for uniqueness. In FNAF World, he was added in Update 2 and was goated in that, although to be fair, all the Update 2 characters are pretty strong. Oh god, it's that thing again. After that, he shows up again in the Halloween update for Help Wanted, The Curse of Dreadbear, where he's actually pretty interesting. In the Danger Keep Out levels, you're put in the FNAF 1 office with a few changes. The doors are boarded up with no way to close them, and all you're given is a light on each side that can quickly send away any Jacko animatronics that are close, at the cost of 20% of your power. If you let Bonnie break all the wooden planks without flashing him, you'll get jump scared and have to restart. His most recent appearance was in FNAF AR, which I don't know enough about to tell you how he works, but I do know enough to tell you that even though Jacko Bonnie is in Special Delivery, Nightmare Bonnie isn't. When FNAF World was released, it introduced a lot of new characters, with most of them being enemies. A few, however, were added in the form of new usable characters. There's Fredbear, who I've already talked about in the Freddy video, and his golden pal, Spring Bonnie. This was our first look at any form of unwithered Springtrap. It might not be the best design for that possible, but hey, we were taking anything for that we could get. Adventure Spring Bonnie was first shown off in the teasers on Scott Games, leading up to the launch of FNAF World. They're first seen slightly peeking their head over Nightmare Bonnie's arm, then poking out more and more as the teasers went on. Once the game came out, Spring Bonnie was the last of the base game characters that you can unlock. I'll come back to that in a minute. One of the first things noticed about Spring Bonnie's FNAF World design is that they have eyelashes, which, seeing as Springtrap is right there, you can tell that this was a new development in the Spring Bonnie to Springtrap lore. Obviously, because this is the FNAF community, a bunch of people got up in arms about the gender of the funny bunny. Clearly, male characters with eyelashes is a completely unheard of concept in the FNAF universe. It got to the point where it's actually referenced in the game. FNAF World has a bunch of different loading screens that show all the characters with different silly quotes under them. The loading screen for Spring Bonnie says, "Male, female, it's a rabbit, who cares?" Which clearly means they're non-binary. On a mostly unrelated note, Springtrap and Spring Bonnie don't use the same model, and I'm not just talking about the fact that one is withered and one isn't. Spring Bonnie only has 2 buck teeth, where Springtrap has an entire row of teeth. It's kinda hard for me to tell, but it looks like Spring Bonnie's muzzle is a bit smaller as well. Something special about Spring Bonnie is that they have the rarest encounter chance in the game. I think your chances to encounter them are something close to f*** you. It genuinely feels impossible when they're the last character you need and you're actively hunting for them. I'm not kidding, it can actually take like hours. An extra little tidbit that I'm throwing in here is that if you use the move Spring Locks, it'll show Spring Bonnie's head during the move, even if like it's used by Springtrap, who's the only other character who can use it. If you remember from earlier, I mentioned a third character who was in the Pinwheel Funhouse gang, unless you skip that part in which, boo, jump scare. This is the rabbit in the group, creatively named White Rabbit. They used the same model and animations as Shadow Bonnie, with some very minor differences. Pretty much just their body being an off-white color and their eyes being black voids instead of small white dots. There's not too much to say about them, but I think they're cool. Oh yeah, they're also one of the few FNAF World characters that can appear on your desk in the Ultimate Custom Night. Sister Location has this little rascal that I mentioned a bit in the Freddy video. His name is Bon Bon, and he's a little hand puppet based off of Bonnie that's connected to Funtime Freddy's arm. Well, when he wants to be. At any point, he can disconnect himself from Freddy's arm to come attack you. His jaw must be strong because, yeah, apparently he can kill you. I guess in a world where the cupcake can kill you, this is probably more believable. Bon Bon shows up a few times throughout Sister Location. The first is on night 2, where you're put up against Freddy while trying to restore power to the systems. Your only defense against Freddy is being able to remotely use the Bon Bon puppet to calm him down. This section is also used as a minigame in Help Wanted 2, where you're given a megaphone with a cassette player attached to it, playing those same Bon Bon clips. He also shows up on the third night as a threat that you have to deactivate. For the custom night of Sister Location, Bon Bon is used by Freddy to attack you. Freddy will go to either the left side or the right side of the building, and will announce Bon Bon's attack down whatever side he's on. If he announces it as a surprise, Bon Bon will go to the opposite side of Freddy instead. I like to think Freddy just absolutely thunder cunts Bon Bon down the hall. He gets his own little minigame in Help Wanted 2 called Bonkabon, which is basically just whack-a-mole with Bonnie. Hitting Bonbon is worth 1 point, Helpy gets you minus points, and plush babies take 3 hits to take out and will kill you if you don't get them fast enough. There's also a 4th character here that'll give you 3 points if you hit. I wonder who that could be. I wonder. Bonette is a character first introduced in Sister Location's Custom Night, and is basically just a female version of Bonbon. She's pink with green eyes, and that's about where the visual differences end. In the Custom Night, she walks across your screen and you have to click her nose before she gets to the end of the screen. In Ultimate Custom Night, she's one of the secret characters that can only be spawned by Dee Dee, where she does exactly the same thing. She also shows up here and there throughout the VR games, like in that one minigame I don't like from Help Wanted, and Bonkabon in Help Wanted 2. Also, I feel the need to add this in after doing some research for this. The main FNAF wikis refer to Bonbon as male, but obviously trusting a fan wiki 100% isn't the best idea, so logically I thought, well, I might as well check the character encyclopedia since it's an official published book on FNAF. I went to check about what they said about Bonbon and... oh, right there they say right-hand gal. Ignoring the fact that he's also listed as being in FNAF 3, I was thinking, well damn, I gotta rewrite that now. Then, I scrolled down and read the section about Bonette. See if you can guess what makes Bonette different from the other Bonnie variants. That's right, she's the first girl version of Bonnie to appear in the series. Huh? You couldn't even excuse them both appearing in the same game at the same time, so they're technically both the first. No, Bonette was introduced in an update after the game had already come out. Oh my god. To make matters worse, another official FNAF book, The Freddy Files, refers to Bonbon by he anyway, so what even— I'm looking through this book for the first time while writing this, and the amount of basic level mistakes is making my head spin. Speaking of the character encyclopedia, this next one is a separate character. They have their own merch and their own wiki page. I would love to welcome you to Dark Springtrap. I am not kidding. This character, who shows up at the end of the final Sister Location cutscene, is not Springtrap. No. That would be Dark Springtrap. His only defining features compared to normal Springtrap, aside from him being darker, are that he's missing his pelvis and a wire in his ear. He even has a Funko Pop and— look! He has a pelvis and wire in his ear anyway, so I don't even— what? This is real, I'm not making this up. Dark Springtrap is a character who exists. Well, you know what? As long as there aren't any more Springtraps to talk about.
What's going on, guys? Dorko here. Hope you are fantastic today.
With FNAF 6, we were introduced to a brand new character by the name of William Afton. Wait, I swear I heard this guy before. Back again for round 3, here is William Afton post FNAF 3 Fire. Not looking the best there, pal. Since his name is literally just William Afton in Pizzeria Simulator, the fans decided to refer to this version of him as Scraptrap in order to differentiate between them. The name Scraptrap isn't used anywhere in the games like Freddles is, for example, but Scott did call him that while Ultimate Custom Night was being developed. I know some people really like this design, but you know, hot take coming in, it's just not my thing. A lot of Scott's models have these blocky rips and tears on them, and for the most part they work pretty well. The Nightmare animatronics are pushing it a little bit, and honestly they still don't look that bad here with Scraptrap. The main problem that I have is what is the opposite of these tears, which are these parts that jut out in some Minecraft generation splotches. I assume that it's supposed to be the suit sagging from water damage or something along those lines, which would be sick to see, just maybe not like that. The Bone Dagger arm is actually sick though. None of the characters in FNAF 6 gameplay-wise are really that unique, so there's not much I can really say about them specifically. You know, tase him during the salvage segment, shine a light at him during the night. He'll say his voice line sometimes, so that's cool.
What a deceptive calling. I knew it was a lie the moment I heard it, obviously, but it is intriguing nonetheless.
The only other game he's in so far is Ultimate Custom Night, where at some point in the night, he will start banging around the side vent and you'll have to shut it before you die. My headcanon as to why he hasn't been in any of the Steel Wool games is that they're scared to make an updated version of his model. Speaking of characters that have only been in 2 games, next is Rockstar Bonnie. He's part of the Rockstar crew of animatronics that was introduced in FNAF 6, and just like the other ones, he doesn't have too much of a presence in this game specifically. You can buy him and place him down, and that's about it. Most of his character comes from his appearance in Ultimate Custom Night. A unique trait to Rockstar Bonnie is the guitar strap that's wrapped around his neck. Clearly this is just cosmetic, as none of the animatronics need one, but I think it's a nice detail that actually ends up carrying over to the movie version of Bonnie. On the topic of his guitar, Rockstar Bonnie was also a victim of copyright infringement. His original flying V-shaped guitar was replaced with a design similar to Toy Bonnie and FNAF 1 Bonnie's guitars for the console releases of FNAF 6. Why did I write it like this? Basically, it was replaced with a design that looks like these two. I'm not gonna reread that, the line sucked. I think it looks better than the new toy guitar, but original Bonnie's is still peak. His guitar is actually a staple part of his gameplay in Ultimate Custom Night, where once he spawns in your office, you have to dance around the cameras to find where his guitar is because apparently he lost it leaned up against the wall. Like, it can't be that hard, dog. Why are you mad at me? He sounds pretty cool though.
So good to see you again, my truest friend. But now you're
Alright, Help Wanted added 2 Bonnies, and the first one is really boring. In the hard mode parts and service level, you're tasked with fixing this version of Bonnie called Neon Bonnie. He's just FNAF 1 Bonnie but black and very sensitive to the color lights in the room, making him neon, I guess. The only interesting thing I have to say about him is that his eye textures look pretty cool. I think there's also another version of him in the game that has a weird name that I don't remember and might count as another character, I don't know. Now onto the good stuff. Anyone loading up into Help Wanted for the first time will quickly notice that they're not alone in the hub room. To your right is this ghostly rabbit figure, hauntingly waving at you, just barely visible. As you continue through the game, collecting coins and glitchy tapes, the rabbit seems to become more visible, getting closer to you. This is Glitchtrap. Oh, is he in that pose? This is Glitchtrap. You'll notice from his strikingly similar name and appearance that this is a character based off of the one and only William Afton. While admittedly I'm not up to date with my Steel Wool era lore, I believe this isn't actually William in any kind of way, but an artificial intelligence mimicking William's behaviors and actions. This AI takes the form of Glitchtrap, who seems to be based off of William's first ever Bonnie mascot suit, presumably the one he would have taken his first victim in. The suit is pretty obviously handcrafted, made of baggy fabric that's been heavily stitched up. There's also the subtle detail that there looks like there's tear tracks near his eyes and spit coming from his mouth. He's animated in-game with a very carefree and jovial attitude, as you can see him gleefully skipping around the pizzeria in areas of the game. It really helps to make his already dopey, unmoving-eyed design a lot more uncanny, especially in the parts of the game where you can see him intentionally luring away someone, in this case, a 7-year-old child. He's shown up here and there since Help Wanted 1, most obviously in the sequel, Help Wanted 2. You can see him on various screens in the game, hacking the monitors to stop you from seeing what's on them, as well as being the one to give you the memories for one of the endings. This specific ending actually seems to confirm that this game is probably the last we're going to see of Glitchtrap. Hey guys, this is my FNAF AR project. I will be going over all of the FNAF AR characters. Alright, first one. Chocolate Bonnie. So, I think the design works pretty well, because, you know, chocolate bunnies, got a bite taken out of him, right there, and out of his ear a little bit. That's pretty cute. Plus, you know, people normally go for the ears, I've seen, so he's got the 3 buttons right here. I think it works well as a pretty good design. Speaking of, you know, Easter Bunny, we got Easter Bonnie. He's well, he's not really egg colored. He's more like chocolate. He's more like hot chocolate if you added too much milk colored. He does have the cute egg pattern here. His mouth is glowing for some reason. Got the Happy Easter tag. Overall, I think that's a good design as well. I mean, all of these designs are pretty good. Let's go to the next one. Melted Chocolate Bonnie. So, obviously, poor guy fell into a fucking jar of something. I don't know. He's all melted now. He lost an eye. He's got a little. You know, his poor ear over here is falling. It's basically falling all off. You can see the bit of the endoskeleton under here and under here. This is really well done. I can't even lie. The model is actually like super. It looks really good. 3 out of 10. No. You know what? Never mind. On to the next one. System error Toy Bonnie. Clearly this guy, he's a little red. He's a little less blue than the other Bonnies. It's actually Toy Bonnie. He's got system error on his stomach. He's very bright, very red, very his eyebrows and nose are very bright, you know, pure white. I think there might be another version of another color that he has. I didn't really look into that though, and I'm not going to search it up right now. So, you know, that happens. Toxic Springtrap. He's purple. He's got a bunch of bubbles and stuff on him. A bunch of you know, it's a bunch of purple on him over his suit. He's purple. I think he was in Fury's Rage. I think that's the game. I think he was in that. I don't know. I don't remember. Flaming Springtrap. He's like Springtrap, but he's on fire. That's pretty much it. He's a little bit melted, like tiny bit, but not really. I guess he's just able to harness the fire. Fire will work. Fire will melt on my ass. This Remnant doesn't work well with heat. I don't know if this is Remnant, but it's clearly not gonna kill him. Anyway, on to the next guy. Clown Springtrap. Big guy. I'd be lying if I said he wasn't a big guy. He's got his comically large skin. He's got his TF2 Scream Fortress ass hammer right here. Big clown shoes with his clown. He's a big clown. Oh, the teeth are like craggly and stuff. Ugh. What? And it's all just one headpiece. What a yucky guy. 7 out of 10. Boulder Toy Body. I think this might have been one of the characters that I forgot even existed. The texturing is really good, and he's very Boulder-like. He's got like sticks and stuff and branches, little leaves coming off of him. He's all overgrown. He's Stone Cold Steve Bonnie. That was a good one. Anyway, what a guy. We got Frost Plushtrap. He's like Freddy Frostbear, but small and bunny. And he's got spikes on him. Don't want to touch that. Plushtrap's a huggable guy, but you don't want to touch that. There's not too much to say about him. I think all these stitches are just a normal part of the Plushtrap design from that game. He's got some cracks around him. He's a bit chilly. Blackheart Bonnie. It looks like he's made of like glass or something. I don't totally know what the Blackheart design is for, but he got a little crack here into the glass part. He looks a little 8-bitty right there. Some scratch marks. Just overall, not well kept together guy. But I guess that makes sense if you're glass. It'd be hard to be glass all the time. Next guy. Dude, what even is the curse? Can someone explain that? Can somebody explain what the curse is to me? Why is it the curse? Why is he the curse? The design is really cool, like it's well done, but why is he the curse? He's got feathers and I don't know, he's got like a little like lion mask looking thingy here. Either way, he's pretty cool design. I still don't fully understand why the curse. Next one, we got Sunken Toy Bonnie. Poor guy, under the water for that long. Somebody's gotta help him. I really like he's all covered in like barnacles, whatever. He's got his sharp teeth, the really colorful eyes. I honestly like this design a lot. He's very under the water. And I give this one a 9 out of 10. Next one, Piranha Plushtrap. This one's kind of the same as the other one. He's more fish-like. He's got some icky, spiky, gross teeth, some gills or fins or whatever. He's got even more spikes everywhere. He's drilling. He's drilling like skunk. Got barnacles on him. Barnacles! And all around, just a guy you don't want to be next. Anyway, that was my presentation. I hope you enjoy. Security Breach is... Oh! Well, I'm gonna be honest, it's a miserable game to play, but I'd be completely lying if I said it didn't have some of the best character designs in the series. Put me down. Stranger danger, put me down. Oh! My favorite design out of all of Security Breach, however, has to be Vanny's. Right away, you're gonna notice some similarities to the Glitchtrap suit. It's another handcrafted bunny suit that may or may not be used for killing. Actually, in multiple teasers, she's shown holding a knife, but it's nowhere to be seen in the actual game. Compared to Glitchtrap, I'd actually say her suit is even more handcrafted. While Glitchtrap's suit has some wear and tear to it, it's mostly all the same materials stitched together. Vanny's, on the other hand, clearly has multiple darker and plaid textured materials sewn into her suit in different patches. She's also got some handprints around the suit. The lore of Vanny is that there's a Pizzaplex security guard that you meet at the beginning of the game named Vanessa. And, yeah, she's Vanny. Spoilers, I guess, but to be honest, it's held with about the exact same amount of care in the actual game.
Vanny. It is very similar to Vanessa. And also Bunny. That cannot be a coincidence.
Vanessa ended up getting brainwashed by Glitchtrap somehow, and now has an evil alter ego thing going on where she becomes evil bunny lady by night. Okay, I'm kind of dumbing it down, but it's actually pretty cool. She's awesome. I do feel like she was a little underutilized, and I hope she appears in more things in the future. The last character in Security Breach is hidden underneath the Pizzaplex. Past the garbage of the sinkhole and past a hidden pizzeria inside of it, rotting away inside this charging station is the also questionably canon Burn Trap. You're not having a stroke. This is the 5th Springtrap variant so far. 7th if you count Spring Bonnie and Plushtrap. 13th if you count the FNAF AR characters. I call them questionably canon because the DLC for Security Breach, Ruin, seems to take place after the Princess Quest ending, where Burntrap isn't even seen. Further evidence is that you can find the comic strips for each of the endings that aren't the Princess Quest ending, including the Burntrap ending. This version of Afton is probably the worst we've seen him so far. His outer shell is barely even there, with parts on his head only being held together by pieces of metal and bolts, some of which are bolted right into his head. There's very little of what would be his body left, with mostly just stringy flesh bits remaining. I really like the detail of his right hand having his real finger and thumb mixed in with the endoskeleton though. Not sure if this is confirmed, but it seems like early in the game's development, Burntrap would have had a voice that you can hear in one of the trailers. This is mostly just speculation, as there's no other characters that would seem to fit here. Maybe it's Monty, I don't know.
You will do as I say. You will bring me.
He's just a sad old man talking to himself.
If you've watched the interview with Scott Cawthon 2.0, you'd know that this is kind of the opposite of what Burntrap was supposed to be. Scott 2.0 basically said that it was supposed to be a character that you only see in the background, completely still, not coming out of the recharge station with thematic purple smoke.
When it comes to Burntrap, originally, Burntrap was never supposed to move. He was supposed to just be something you saw in the corners, or like if you were walking past machinery, you might be able to peek in between two things and see him. Well, obviously, that's not what we got in Security Breach. In Security Breach, we got a capsule opening and purple smoke flowing out and him climbing out and coming to get you. And so it's just not quite the same thing. So, but anyway.
Time to lock in.
The DLC for Security Breach added a character that definitely strays away from some of the designs you'd come to expect from the games. It's a glitchy golf tee-shaped black rabbit, commonly referred to as Mixes. It gets that name from the machine that it's seemingly connected to, so the character itself could have a different name. There's actually an alternate version of Mixes in the files called DLC Rabbit, which might be an earlier, creepier version of its design. I don't want to check if the model's in the files, so I got this picture from the fandom wiki. It's actually from the villains wiki? I don't know, I fucking hate fandom. It works as a protector of the security nodes, trying to stop Cassie from disabling them, as doing so will free the Mimic from its concrete-sealed jail. Since it's a security system, you can only see it with the Vanny mask on, which is also the only way it can hurt Cassie in any way. And also that's Vanny with an I, and also formatted like this. While its design is a far cry from Funny Fazbear, I think it's really cool and unique. The jaw is a little hard to ignore though, I won't lie. In Security Breach, one of the animatronics notably missing was any form of Bonnie. There's art of him around the place, like the mural for Bonnie Bowl, but he doesn't have an animatronic on stage with the rest of them. We learned through the emails in Security Breach, and through an elaborate Easter egg in Ruin, that the reason it's like this is because this dude is dead as hell. This here is probably the closest thing we're gonna get to a full design of Glamrock Bonnie in the games. As you can see, even in Help Wanted 2, he's absolutely destroyed and mangled. The game theory, more game-heavy implication, is that Monty is the one who absolutely clobbered him, wanting the role of bass player on the main stage for himself. Notice the claw marks at the front of his chest. It's implied in Ruin that Bonnie and Freddy were totally getting into each other. In Bonnie's green room, you can find a poster of Freddy reading, "You and me forever and ever. Love, Freddy." Awful voice. There's also a statue and a plushie of Freddy on his desk. Freddy himself also has multiple voice lines about how much he misses Bonnie.
I do not come up here anymore. I miss him.
You and he were buddies, weren't you?
The last game in the series to talk about happens to be the most recent game, with Into the Pit. I'm not going to go too in-depth into the game, but if you want to go fully blind, you can skip to the outro with the timestamps below. To be fair, I'm writing this like a week after the game came out, and years after the book has, so it's not exactly new territory at this point, but you know, just in case. Here we have what is essentially just Spring Bonnie again, but like a dark, f***ed-up version called the Yellow Rabbit. Or if you go by what's shown in the game, question mark, question mark, question mark. You may also notice that he shares the same name with the movie version of Springtrap, also named Yellow Rabbit, and not named question mark, question mark, question. While the movie version and unused Help Wanted version of Spring Bonnie share an unwithered Springtrap design, the one from Into the Pit has a unique design with a boxier head shape and a much larger jaw. Behind those big buck teeth of his suit is a second layer of much sharper spike-like teeth. The inside of his mouth also has a layer 3 of Ultra Kill Type 5 with flesh strings connecting the top and bottom of his mouth. To give a summary about this version of Spring Bonnie, in Into the Pit you play as Oswald, who jumps into a ball pit that takes him back to 1985, as they regularly do. While he sneaks around the old Freddy's, the Yellow Rabbit goes and kills a couple of kids and chases Oz back to the ball pit. Then he steals your dad and becomes him, which I think is pretty cool. The rest of the game is spent running from your new bunny dad while trying to save your old, not bunny, still dad. If it wasn't obvious from the fact that I actually gave a summary about the story of this game, I mean somewhat, it's not that great. Into the Pit has absolutely become my second favorite game in the series. I love everything about the game, from the pixel art and animation, to the music and sound design, and especially hitting E 200 times in a row. I know I'm kind of losing the plot of this video, but just watch this scene with the yellow rabbit. Alright, I want to thank you for watching the video, but if you'll let me self-promote real quick, I have a Patreon now. Yeah, I know, like 4 videos with the most inconsistent upload schedule ever, and now I have a Patreon, but also I like money? Sponsorships sound cool, but I'm not super interested in doing any at this point, like I'm getting any. So this will be my only other source of income. LOL. That said, don't feel pressure to join or anything. I plan to put up dev commentaries for each video I come out with, behind the scenes work in progress stuff, and some other things that I feel like throwing up there. Maybe from time to time you'll see music I've made or some assets that I make for the videos on there. Now I'm going to be very clear with this. I will most likely not be consistent. I can't help those week-long web fishing binges. If you know, you know. I'm pretty new to all of this, so there'll be a lot of learning the ropes, probably a lot of work-in-progress screenshots that suck and aren't interesting. I hope $7 isn't too much. I know that's like $5 American, which I think isn't too bad. Who knows, maybe I'll end up making another tier where I put names at the end of the video. I don't know, I'll have to gauge interest in that. There's probably many better ways you could be spending your money. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody who's watched this or any of my other videos, or subscribed. It means the world. Enough of that woke, sappy crap. I hate you all. Go away. That intro sucks. It's really bad.